if your absolute preference for a man is the hood avatar, respectfully yet sternly, stay the fuck away from these men over here who have never been the men that you prefer. Many black women are consistently attracted to a very narrow type of man, and that type of man is often high risk, emotionally unavailable, or socially unstable. And let's be clear, this isn't victimhood. This is a voluntary pursuit of a small pool of unsuitable men, and then frustration when the outcomes fall apart.
Y'all, I don't get how a man fresh out of prison can find a good woman in no time. And y'all, I'm not lying. I've been a probation parole officer for 3 years. So once they're released from prison, they're coming to me.
The problem isn't just the dating pool, it's where the attention is going within that dating pool. So yes, mate selection is a major factor, but not because black women are incapable of choosing well, it's because many are choosing from survival, pain, and cultural loyalty, not from peace, alignment, or long-term thinking. And this often shows up as over-investing in potential, recycling men who've shown no growth, romanticizing red flags as a trauma to fix, and prioritizing swag, status, or clout over substance. But that doesn't mean that when black women choose these men, that they have no faults of their own. Typically, water seeks its own level. So everything wrong with the small pool of men that they're choosing from, black women tend to mirror their dysfunction, which allows the cycle of toxicity to continue. Meanwhile, the 96.9% get placed under the same umbrella because it's easier for our community to blame all black men instead of blaming the overwhelming majority of black women who are choosing to deal with a small percentage of black men based off of their primitive mating standards. And typically, once those primitive mating standards cause enough trauma, these women will come looking to settle down with the black men who are doing well in life. Or in other words, the men that they ignored for their toxic preferences. I think that we can all be honest and admit that some women just simply aren't attracted to healthy men. Well, until after they've been hurt by the unhealthy ones. But I will say this isn't just personal preference, it's cultural programming. From music to media to household patterns, many black women have been taught to ride or die, hold them down, love through struggle, stay loyal, no matter how unreciprocated the loyalty is. None of that I agree with. However, if your absolute preference for a man is the hood avatar, I want you to do everything that you can to make it work with those types of men. I've seen too many podcasters telling black women not to date who they prefer and go for the good, stable man. What makes you think those men want you and possibly have to deal with the trauma that you have from dealing with your preference? Respectfully, yet sternly, stay the fuck away from these men over here who have never been the men that you prefer. I don't want you and your bad habits corrupting the lives of the majority of black men who deserve the women who have enough sense to give their love to a good man on the front end instead of the back end. It's not that there aren't enough good black men. It's simply that many black women aren't choosing them first. Attraction is not neutral. It's shaped. And when your attraction consistently pulls you towards dysfunction, your outcomes will consistently disappoint. But until attraction itself is questioned and retrained, the cycle will continue. Because no matter how many good black men exist, if women keep choosing the 10% that are unstable, unavailable, or unprepared, then 90% of marriages will never happen in the black community. And I'm not just gonna end without giving a little bit of advice. If black women want healthy love, healthy relationships, healthy marriages, here's some things that you need to do. Start choosing from a place of peace and not from a place of pressure, financial instability, or after you had children at a wedlock with your type. You also need to be loyal to your standards and not just your emotions, and question what you're truly attracted to and why. And if you still believe that all black men are the problem, I encourage you to expand your dating pool if you can. But just remember, black men are the most forgiving group when it comes to a woman's weight. So even if you decide to date out, keep that in mind, because every other race of men, to include white men, marry black women at the lowest rates. So it's not as easy as your favorite level up black men hating podcasters say it is. And don't worry, black men will be just fine in this global dating market. Before I go, remember this: love built on trauma will never lead to peace, but love built on discernment, that's where the healing begins. Peace.